The ride to Treblinka was very interesting. We knew where we were going. Who was more religious had prayed. Who was less religious trying to find a way to break out of the car and run. The Ukrainians who were transporting us have noticed that. At certain places where the train had stopped, the Ukrainians came in and says, "We'll give you a way of escaping, no problem at all. When that train will stop at the next place, we'll open the doors, you can go wherever you want." A lot of people did believe it too. That's maybe they're good people, maybe they will help, maybe they'll help. We tried it. First few people who ran out of that door got shot right at the spot. They were just looking for a shooting gallery. And that was no use. Then they opened the doors and they just stood there and shoot at random into the crowd, and there was over 100 people in a cattle car like this. There was not even a place to move. And here you were holding your own friends in your hands, bleeding in a very brutal way, because the ammunition they used were dum-dum ammunition. You have hold on to some friends who were virtually ripped apart. But there is a time that you give in and you say, well, this is the last mile, whatever. Maybe, as I say, maybe we were tired, or tired of living, tired of everything. There's just no way out. Because even if you would run away, escape, even where would you go? Everything was against you. Couldn't go to any place that somebody won't point out the finger. There is one. So you're going to suffer another week or another day or another month. But the final is that you haven't got where to go. So I arrived at Treblinka. I have learned it later on that Treblinka, the time when I was there, a selection was made, and what was the only selection of people who go into the gas chambers, and the ones who we selected out, and I was one who was selected out. I spent in Treblinka for about 3 or 4 or 5 hours, back to the same cars, and transferred to Majdanek.